Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Kenya with BK Trading Academy. In today's training, we are going to talk about how to trade breakouts using trend lines, channels, and also triangles. So if you are a new or struggling trader, this is going to be an awesome training for you. I want to encourage you to check out the description of this video that has lots of helpful information on all the resources we provide. There's a lot of scammers out there, so be careful. We will never message you or tell you to DM us or message us on any social media platform, and everything we provide is on bktradingacademy.com. So let's go ahead and hop right in. I'm super excited for this training and let's get started.
Yeah, I know I got problems and I don't know where to go. I don't want to put the blame on you.
I love breakouts. When you are trading the market, all you're going to see is the market breaking out. When it comes out of a session and when it comes out of consolidation, it's usually breaking to the upside, to the downside, or it's breaking out within a range. And the nice thing about breakouts is that they're really easy to spot with your naked eye. So as you develop as a trader, you're going to get used to learning chart patterns. And there's a lot of different ones that you can trade. There's, for example, double bottoms and double tops, which I like a lot. There are triangles. There are also flag patterns. Those are also some of my favorites because they're just really easy to identify. So don't make this too complicated. I'm just sharing with you things that can help you determine a comfortable bias when you're looking at charts. So let's go ahead and hop right in. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is triangles. I'm not going to go through every single triangle, but I'm just going to show you an example of a triangle and how you could have looked for an opportunity. So the very first thing I want to do is go out to the weekly time frame of OddCAD, and let's just talk about what we see here. So very interesting. When I look at a higher time frame or any time frame, I particularly want to see some type of trending direction. I want to see, is the market trending up? Is it trending down? Is it moving sideways? And one thing you can see here is this price action has been kind of like up and down all over the place. There's no trending, really trending structure where it was moving up and down, making higher highs and higher lows, and then clearly a downtrend. Lately, it's just kind of been up and down and kind of all over the place. So considering that, we definitely want to be mindful of what's going on. We want to pay attention to key levels. I definitely see an area right here where we recently formed a very strong demand zone, and you can see the price is pushing up. Now, another thing too we see is that price has been in a sell-off for quite some time where it has been pushing down. So our highs have been getting lower, right? And sellers have been in control. Now we have an imbalance between buyers and sellers where buyers are likely going to come in and push that price up. One of the things that I noticed was that we had a level of support here, but right now in this current week, our support is holding right about here. So looking at that, I also looked at an area where price could possibly go to if it's wicking at that level. And if it pushes up, I'm going to look at the previous week resistance. So I'm going to move this up to about right here. And as of today, we had some development, but I want to show you what happened before all of this took place. So now we're going to go down to the daily time frame. And now one of the things that I saw was that we had a bearish trend here, but the market was kind of consolidating. So we had something called a triangle. So one of the things you're going to see, and I'll do a replay of this, but we had a triangle here. I'm just going to capture this price inside of the triangle here. Okay, so this is one of the ways you can spot a breakout is by looking at something like triangles, and you're going to see them all over the place. And sometimes it might be difficult with your naked eye, but as you develop, you'll be able to draw them correctly. There's different types. So this would be an example of an ascending triangle. Also here on our daily lows, how they continue to get higher and higher and higher. But look here how at resistance, we weren't breaking through that resistance. So that told me a buildup into the resistance was likely going to result in a breakout. And that's exactly what happened today. So triangles can be really helpful when you are looking to trade a breakout. So for example, if I wanted to find an opportunity on the lower time frame, I could have drilled down to something like the 4-hour or the 2-hour. Now you can see clearly that breakout there on this 4-hour time frame, for example. We could have even went lower, but now you can see the breakout and price pushed up to my resistance zone. So look here on this 4-hour where the price rejected and turned around. That was actually where I was interested in placing a sell. So it didn't quite get to my alert, but you can see that the price fell from that area. So triangles are really helpful in helping you to spot breakouts. All right, so now let's talk about trend lines. The next way to spot a breakout is to just draw a trend line on your chart. So for example, on this daily time frame, we're going to start at the high. So remember, When we look left, we want to see that we had a previous uptrend. So let me show you this. We had a previous uptrend where the market was making higher highs and also higher lows. We then had a trend line break. So this was a breakout on the daily, which was a signal to us that the direction of the trend was changing. And look, it did change. When drawing trend lines, it's really best that you connect at least 2 swing highs and 2 swing lows. So you can see on this uptrend, I have a trend line support drawn, and you can see that I have multiple touches off of this trend. So I have 1, 2, 3, and I even have a 4th touch here where it broke. So if you have 2 touches, you do have a trend, but a valid trend would be 3 touches off of your trend line. So just remember that. So as you can see in this uptrend, we had where the price was making higher highs and also higher lows. And then we made a high, and then we made another low, and then we made a high. And then this low was created lower than the previous low. So this is where we had a break, a clear break, and you can see how bold this bearish candle is right here. So that was definitely a clear signal that the trend was changing. So that is another way that you can look for breakouts. If you trade the higher time frame, then this would have been a signal to you that this price action was likely going to continue lower. Okay, now the other thing is that when we have a breakout, we want to take advantage of that breakout. So typically what we want to see when we have a breakout is that we look for price to pull back or give us a retest. And when I say retest, look here and you'll notice that this area right here is an area that was previous resistance and also support. So if we just kind of look here and we're going to draw it out. So here we had an area of resistance, resistance, resistance where it spiked a little bit higher above, but notice how this area also became an area of support. And then if we just keep drawing this line across, this was our retest candle right here. So price pushed back up, gave us a retracement or a retest, okay? And then we could have got in for a sale and we could have taken advantage of that downward move. So that is what you want to look for typically with a break and what we call a retest. And then you want to see a continuation of the price going in that preferred direction. So this would have been your resistance area where you could have considered a sale. Now, the last thing that we can do is use channels. I love channels because it just really makes the price action very clear. And simply what you can do is trap your price action inside of a channel at all times, and you trade the direction of the channel. If price breaks out of the channel, then that is an indication that you need to switch your bias. So you can see here where the market was moving upward, it was making higher highs and also higher lows. So right about here, you can see all through here where the market made a low, it made a high, it then gave us a pullback or a flag. We had an impulse where the market continued higher, and then look how it came back here. And this could have been an area for us to buy right here off of the trend line support. And then seeing that it gave us a pullback or a flag, we got a continuation to the upside. So you can see how just having knowledge of triangles, trend lines, also channels, how it makes it very clear in the direction that the price action is moving. So now if we look at this channel, you trade the direction of the channel until the channel is broken. So where is the channel breaking right now? Well, we clearly could see that this was a buy opportunity. Price moved up, okay? And then up here, it even broke higher, came back. Look where this was previous resistance. We would have looked for a possible buy here. So we did get that buy. Look how price pushed up. But then look how it came back down and it broke through our trend line. All right. So typically when we're trading channels, we can put our stop loss outside of the trend line, giving the trade enough room to breathe. But as soon as it breaks the trend line channel, that is an indication that the price might head the opposite direction. And that can be our signal to possibly exit the trade. So this is an overview of how you can trade breakouts using channels, using trend lines, and also triangles. And very simply put, if the price does break out, we typically want to wait for a retest, and then we get in on that continuation of the trade. Some people do not wait for a retest. Some traders just like to get in, or they go with other confirmations to enter a trade. Just always make sure that you develop a list of rules for how you're trading. And that way you won't question your analysis or your approach into the market. You'll feel very confident about your approach because you've tested it to see that it works. So guys, I hope that you found this tutorial helpful. Comment below and let me know if you have any questions or if there's anything else we can help you with. If you are a new or struggling trader, I want to encourage you to check out the description of the video. Check Check out the academy that we offer and all the great stuff here, all the testimonials we have. And don't forget to follow us on TradingView and follow our awesome analysis and follow how we teach. I hope you enjoyed this, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, smash the like button on this video, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss our next upload. Take care.
Yeah, I know I got problems, and I don't know where to go. I don't wanna put the blame on you.